3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Onyx Paradox. You now locked in with your host St. Chris. Today we talking about tenderism. Yeah, man, they done fried threw him in the smoker. We tried to tell him, man, but he was too loyal. You know what I mean? Loyalty ran deep in his veins, and it cost him in the end, because it looks like now he's been fired or has separated from Destination Smokehouse, and he's on his own journey. So I want you guys to go and support Mr. Tenderism on his new Instagram page, which he has listed and linked for everyone to go ahead and follow him. All right, and let's take a look at this most recent post from Mr. Tenderism himself.
Hey, this is official Mr. Tenderism coming to y'all. You know, I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tenderism, Walter Johnson. Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tenderism original, not nobody else. The original Tenderism. Booyah.
Want your savings?
Alright. Here's his official Instagram page for anybody interested in going and following him. You see he has the most recent video linked right here for you, one we just watched. Alright, so what's going on now, like I said, it's looking like he's been separated from Destination Smokehouse. Don't look like he's working with him no more. He hasn't made necessarily an official announcement, but this video and him coming out with his own social media kinda leans to that direction, because Destination was handling all the social media stuff before. So we really want to tap in with Unc right now, because he needs our support now more than ever. There is a GoFundMe link that's also attached here to his Instagram. So tap in with Aunt, man. Donate. Show him some love, bro. He need it. So here's the GoFundMe page. Walter, also known as Mr. Tenderism, is a beloved figure in the California food scene. In 2020, he partnered with a small coffee shop, bringing his signature gumbo and barbecue vision to life as it evolved into Destination Smokehouse. Walter's larger-than-life personality quickly became the heart of the brand. In viral videos, he lift a rib bone, watch the meat fall clean away, toss his glasses, and shout his now famous phrase, "That's tenderism." Millions followed as Unc delivered unforgettable reactions, lines stretched around the block, and celebrities stopped in to witness the magic. When food critic Keith Lee visited, national attention surged, and many were surprised to learn that Walter was the face of the restaurant, not the owner, igniting conversations about viral fame and ownership. Soon after, the spotlight intensified. Walter was ultimately fired from the restaurant and he helped make famous. But Walter's story doesn't end there. He's launching his own food truck where he'll showcase his signature barbecue and soul food creations, giving fans the authentic flavors and larger-than-life energy they fell in love with. He also travels city to city, reviewing small, locally owned barbecue and soul food restaurants, spotlighting hidden gems, driving foot traffic, and helping hardworking entrepreneurs grow their businesses. More than food, it's about community, culture, and ownership. Walter isn't just tasting ribs, he's building a platform that celebrates small businesses and turns viral moments into lasting impact. That's tenderism. It's back. And it's time. It belongs to him. I like that. That's a real smart idea. So it seemed like he about to go on his own little food truck, and he about to serve the same food that y'all loved at Destination. But not only that, he gonna go around the country reviewing other places and giving his insight and his expertise. Man, that's perfect. You know what I mean? He gonna give back. He gonna help build brands while he building his own. So shout out to Mr. Tenderism, man, Walter Johnson. My man Walter Johnson out here doing the Lord's work. So Keith Lee went to go do a review on Destination Smokehouse because of the viral sensation that was Unc, Mr. Tenderism. He went, he tried the food, and it was great. Like, he gave a great review on it, and he liked it so much, and he liked Unc's personality so much that he wanted to go and personally hand Unc $5,000. So he went to the front to go meet Unc, found out Unc had crazy security, and at the time he was filming a podcast, so Keith wasn't able to get to him, and they refused the money or whatever. They refused the money. Well, that was Keith's side of the story. We'll watch this interview on Willie D where I think security actually steps into the interview and gives his side of the story, where he claims that he did offer for Keith Lee to wait to give him the money. Also throughout the video, you'll hear how Walter and him built this brand. It was a company or a restaurant that was passed down to him from his family, and it was struggling at the time that he got it, and it was mostly more so a hipster coffee shop. And him partnering with Unc really turned things up. He brought the barbecue to it, and even in the very beginning, Unc was doing all the cooking. He handled the barbecue, and the guy who we know to own Destination Smokehouse was like the barista. He did the coffee and he handled the transaction at the counter. But the viral sensation that was Unc, the personality, the food, that came from him. And the whole building out of the restaurant to where they're now at 40 employees all started with just those two guys. I think when you look back on that interview today, now that Walter has separated from them, Walter may have a lawsuit on his hands. He may be able to go back and get what he's owed, because by the owner's own mouth and admission, this was a company started by both of them, and mostly Walter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he inspired the food, which is why we go there. I didn't even know they sold coffee. So let's get into some of these clips. Like, let's first start with the interview with Willie D live. As a matter of fact, no, let's first start with the Keith Lee review. That's where it all really starts.
AMs, mac and cheese, coleslaw, 2 orders of Texas toast, 4 sides of barbecue sauce, and a 3-meat plate. I got a beef rib, some oxtail, and some brisket. We gonna start with what I came here for, the beef rib. I didn't touch it, I didn't do nothing. This how it came. To me, it looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slid it straight down the back. So when I pick it up, that's what happened. I'm gonna pick it up and see if
Unc ain't do that. They fucking up Unc quality. Unc ain't do that shit.
It do not.
Unc ain't cut that shit, man.
This thing ain't going nowhere.
Cause Unc ain't cooking no
how
more.
it tastes. Let's see. It's very smoky. I think it could definitely be more salt added to this. But right now, I just taste smoke and a lot of peppercorns, which is a very good plus. It's juicy. You see it all in my beard.
I want to try that shit. I'm gonna hold you. I love barbecue. That's my shit.
That barbecue sauce is sweet, and I think exactly that's what it needs.
He fucking that shit up. Look at his heads. He fucking that
This
shit
might
up.
be the tenderisms that we were talking about. This oxtail.
Oh, nah.
It's tender.
Gotta
Now.
have it.
Now that's tender. That's the meat.
Where's that?
Now, if I had glasses, I'm throwing the glasses on the floor. That is delicious.
Tenderism,
Fantastic.
baby.
Actually, tender, juicy, peppery, smoky, salty. That might be the best oxtail I've ever had. It's top 3.
See, I only had
I'm going
Jamaican
to taste
oxtails. I don't even
I'm
know.
about to everybody.
I don't know what he experiencing right there. Throw them motherfuckers, cuz.
it. Delicious. For me, personally, 9.7 out of 10.
Okay. Rated.
It's the peppery, and this is tender. I'm going with the 9.5.
Alright, that's the brisket. It ain't going nowhere. Oh, there you go. A little bit of pull action. This is extremely over-seasoned, in my opinion, when it comes from not only a sodium level, but also a flavor level.
Alright,
That's a
man. He
decent
fucking the
brisket,
food up.
in my opinion.
Let's go to the
6.5.
part where he
This nigga from Texas.
actually
I got
trying
somebody
to
from Texas with
show
me.
love. Skip ahead a little bit.
But past oxtail, the standout is not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going. I think he just wants to show his love of food and his love of what it is that he's doing. I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unc.
So, update. We could not get to Unc. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was going to give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we not only going to take this money and feed some people, but we just going to do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community with.
And as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. Me and my family are...
Yeah, man. Keith Lee a real one though. He gave a great review. He didn't feel no type of way. He had a big personality. He could have taken that personally, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't. I respect that. But yeah, so Keith Lee review was solid, you know what I mean? He gave them a good review. And as you heard him mention, even before he decided to, you know, step out the car to hand him the money, it was Unc's personality that really had him sold on oxtails. Jones. It look crazy. I'm gonna have to try some oxtails. But yeah, so Unc got a food truck now. So we ain't gotta go to destination. We need to find out where that food truck at. I'm gonna do some more research and get back to y'all. What's really interesting here is, like I said, the ownership part of it all, right? Unc gone now, but Tenderism is Unc's brand. You know what I mean? Anybody can cook barbecue, but it was the brand, it was the personality that he was selling. So what they did that was really cruel was they took the trademark. Like I said, the most concerning thing here is that not just that he was fired, but that they may have hijacked his brand. You know, the most important thing here wasn't just the barbecue. I mean, there's tons of great barbecuers and cookers and smokers, but it was the personality and it was the tenderism, you know, the catchphrase, and they trademarked that. You know, check this out.
Now, we've all heard of the restaurant Destination Smokehouse. But when you check the trademark records, there's a separate company called Diamond Smokehouse who filed subsequent trademarks after attorney Kenneth Harris. And so inquiring minds are probably thinking, well, who is Diamond Smokehouse? Because
attorney Kenneth Harris is a black attorney who claims to have also purchased a trademark in fear that Walter Johnson had not done so, and wanting to protect that brand. Like I said, even before Keith Lee came out, there was some concerns. You know, we was wondering, like, you know, this guy's, he's just a mascot, you know, that's really putting on for this business, and they're taking advantage of him. And so people had trademarked the term, you know what I'm saying, in protection of him, essentially, allegedly. And then there's Diamond Smokehouse, which is not Destination Smokehouse, but Diamond Smokehouse, which is the brand that owns Destination Smokehouse. Thought they was slick.
the white boy we see on TikTok with Mr. Walt, Mr. Tenderism, his company is called Destination Smokehouse. But you know, we do thorough research around here. So let's figure out who owns Diamond Smokehouse. Now, when I did my research on the California Secretary of State site, when you search Diamond Smokehouse, the owner, as you can see below, is Nicholas Yapriman. Okay? Now let's go search for Destination Smokehouse and see, is it the same owner? All right, so when you pull the formal paperwork for Destination Smokehouse, you can see the name at the top. In the section that says officers, you see the same name, Nicholas Yapriman.
Nick, you dirty dog. Nick, you dirty dog. Done stole this. Hey, man. Nick done stole this man business, bro. He done stole this man name. He done tried to steal Tenderism, dog. He done tried to steal it. And threw my boy in the smoker. Done fried after he done built the business for you. But it's alright, though. Alright, so let's tap into the Willie D Live interview. I got a couple timestamps for us to go through. The first few is basically just going to be his own admission to the business being built by him and Walter Johnson, Nicholas Yaffrey. Him and Walter sitting down for an interview with Willie D, and he's going to explain how him and Walter Johnson together built the business from nothing to what it is today, from 2 to 40 employees.
But when this business was nothing, and he and I came together a year after I took it over and started with the idea of barbecue, neither one of us thought we were going to be running Destination Smokehouse. We were Destination Coffee Bar, trying to sell a little bit of ribs and a little bit of chicken just to get people to come in and try out the rest of the restaurant. It was never a plan. He and I, we look at each other and laugh. We have 1,000-gallon, actually 1150s, 1,000-gallon smokers out back. We started on 2 little char grillers. Some of you can go buy in a store. And we've had ups and downs. That's why we can call each other brothers. You don't think there's friction when a guy who's just a few years older than me, who's been cooking barbecue his whole life, finds out that this guy took it on his own to want to learn Texas-style barbecue? And we...
All right, he let you know right there. He learned Texas style barbecue from him, and he told you that it was just a coffee shop. You know, that they never had an idea of it being what it is today. It's Walt.
We butted heads. It's a real thing. And as far as ownership goes, as much as I'll say, because I'm going to respect Walt's privacy, Walt is definitely a part of this business. He is not an employee. I would be safe to say that the finances that we have both been able to increase into our bank account since we've been here has been something great for both of us. But talking numbers, talking any of that, I just don't think that's professional. I mean, we're not professional athletes who are agents or putting our contracts out there. This is a business.
I agree.
We're real people, and we just don't think that's for the public. But
See, we got a whole staff.
that part.
It was
that
two
part.
of us. It's 40 of us. I'm just a team.
There were just two of us when we got started. We had a couple people from the coffee shop that came back to assist, like one or two at a time. But he was doing all the cooking. I didn't cook at that time. I was inside handling anything that came inside, even making the coffee. And we've gone viral a few times. We went viral in 2023 at the end of the year with Oxtail.
Correct.
And things started to get crazy there, and we started dealing with a small wave of it. In the very beginning, when we started cooking, we didn't see it negative towards us. It was just weird the things people would say when they found out that Walt was a cook. They were more excited to find out that someone that looked like him was a cook in a place full of all these hipsters that were selling coffee, right? So we saw all this weird adjustment about race,
when they started
being
using
treated a certain way. We don't need to talk about lemonade, do we?
No.
Okay.
Hey, we just bypass all that stuff. Let's get to this
Now, I
good
wanna know what
stuff.
that was y'all just
Exactly.
Man, I like beautiful life.
Yeah.
Now, since we come here in Marietta, man, we don't have people come from all over the world.
Yeah, so Unc did a lot of defending him too. You know, I kind of skimmed over a little bit of that throughout the video, but he did a whole lot of defending him in spite of black people coming out in his defense. And obviously it bit him in his ass later. Okay, so here's a clip of the security guard. He just steps into the interview, and I guess he's the one who had the initial interaction with Keith Lee.
Oh, so you gave Keith the opportunity the option to wait, and he decided to leave.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, I don't know how long he's gonna be, but if you want to wait, you can. That's fine.
Oh, okay, I get it.
There were some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing.
And did you hear him stutter right there? It wasn't even just the tip, it was the amount. They wanted that money, $5,000. You just gonna give it to one person, not the restaurant? We want that money. Why we can't get that money? Why you giving it to him? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because just think about it, if you a server in a restaurant and somebody come to tip you personally, you know what I'm saying? And so this is how they chose to deny him the tip. They denied him the tip by trying to call him an owner publicly, when he was never really an owner. Disgusting behavior, bruh.
Too is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I think the tip was supposed to meant for staff, because what he typically do is he'll give it to them.
Accepted that.
No, the way he put it was.
Oh, we would have accepted that. Oh, we would have accepted that. Oh, I ain't even never heard him say that. That's crazy. Hold up. Willie D said, I think the tip was meant for staff. He looks back at the security guard and says, oh, we would have accepted that. Whole time they was making it like Keith Lee just didn't want to wait. Like they didn't really deny the money. Oh, that's crazy.
Thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I think the tip was supposed to meant for staff, because what he typically do is he'll give it to them.
Accepted that.
No, the way he put it was, I want to give this to Walter.
Okay.
He specifically said his name to ask me a couple of questions.
Walt had to get
to ask him.
Walt had to get the fuck out of there. Cause what the fuck? Walt just found out what I just found out. Apparently, what the fuck?
A couple of questions I meant to say. That's how he presented it. He didn't say, "Hey, I want to give y'all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Walter and Nick or whatever?" He literally asked for him only and said he want to give him that amount of money.
Even Reynaldo
to
or
ask two
Butcher
questions.
Bill or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have accepted. But anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have
This
accepted.
man just
but,
said if it was any. This man just said if it was anybody else. He named Butcher Bill, Walter French, the other people in the restaurant. So if he said if it was offered to them, they would have felt more like it was coming from a place of being genuine, and we would have accepted. So you're just admitting you denied the money because it was specifically for Walt. But had it been for the whole staff, fine. Had it been for anybody else on our staff, fine. But not the guy who helped us blow up. Of course not. Why would you? No. Hey, man. Hey.
You know, we're blessed that we have this following. Yeah, you want me to cut it short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I'd like you to some kind of way get in touch with him in possibility. Tell him when he come back. And hey, look, I'm willing to meet him. I mean, he can call me on the phone number, call Nick, whatever. And we can sit down, man, because no hard feelings. I did not know. Now, that I do, tell him come on back down. I don't know how far he is. But he come on, man, we're going to treat him, dude, you're going to get the best treatment in the world because we had a misunderstanding. I didn't even understand it. It was a misunderstanding.
Hey, I want that 5. Said, hey, I don't know what these niggas just tried to do. Gonna come on back, bro. And just think about it right now. Unc want that food truck. Why the fuck Unc don't got enough money for a food truck? But you denied him the $5,000 talking about he a owner? Hey, bro. Damn, Unc. Tripped out. Let these niggas get the best of you, man. But hey, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. Drop a comment at the bottom and let me know what you think, man. You think Unc was exploited? Do you think he had it coming? He was warned. You know, everyone did, you know, see the red flags before he was let go. And what do you think will happen? Do you think Uncle file a lawsuit? I do. But yeah, get down in the comment section and let me know what you think. I'm out.